I had the opera fever, like every other cantor. And I said, I want to be an opera singer. I graduated from school and I went to Temple University and I got my master's in voice and conducting and history. And then I wanted to continue, and already I have a job in Philadelphia, German Jewish Center, and I made a good living for those days. I started with $4,000 and I made $8,000. But I did go to the musical academy that was an opera workshop. And I did some years of opera. I did a couple of performances and compromario performances. In those days, I met a stage director, Sara Ventura, who was a very dear friend of somebody I knew before I came to America. And that was Placido Domingo. I knew Placido Domingo because I ran away from my army camp to sing in the chorus in the opera in Tel Aviv. Down by the beach, there was a very old opera. Israeli opera today is one of the greatest opera houses, but in those days, so it was very parochial. Domingo was singing. In fact, in his book, he talks about his training, internship in Israel. And he said, I know stay here. I know America, go career, big career, I go America. So the chorus sang in Hebrew, he sang in Italian, and the soprano was Japanese, so she sang Tosca in Japanese. So we sang an opera in 3 languages. And we sat with him and with other people. He wouldn't recognize me today, of course, but I was 18 years old. And he said, a singer has to always do exercises every morning. Every morning, every morning. So I developed my own exercising, not only vocal, but physical exercising. Later in years, when I grew up and I was in the Candles Assembly and my colleagues and we talk, one of my colleagues says the most important with all the pastoral and bar mitzvahs and teaching and going and weddings, the most important is your voice. Because if you don't have a voice, you're out. I always felt that I need to keep my voice in shape. I still studied for about 20 years with a voice teacher, Angela Havalishka, who's a British lady, bel canto. Bel canto means beautiful singing, like the Italian light. And people tell me that I sing totally different than in the early days. Also because in the early days, and I do have to confess it, as I told you, between my big mentors, my uncle was my voice hero. And he is a Wagnerian tenor. So when I sing, la 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 la, he sang, la la la. So in the early days, I really pushed my voice and I didn't have the higher register. I used to squeeze. Some of the forcing in cantorial singing is necessary because you have to express the text, right? But I couldn't do it in the early days. So my voice teacher, now when I sing, che gelida manina se la lasci riscaldar. She says to me, your voice is ageless. At the age of, I wouldn't say 75, 57. I'm lucky and I don't give it up. And I'm sure that the rabbis know, because I could always tell them, Wednesday morning, unless there's, God forbid, a funeral or something that I have to cancel, I go to a voice lesson and I do very funny exercises. Me 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 me. Then me because it frees the voice to do whatever it is. You don't pay attention. Ha ha, and then ho 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 ho, and then the last one is like as if you're treading water. And so forth and so forth, and then of course my grandchildren laugh to death about it. Saba, Saba, he, you know. That's how I keep my voice in shape. Thank God. I want to at least finish these high holidays with a high B flat at the very end. V'nomar Amen.